What motivated you to share your story?
My kids. And for my own good, my mental health. If I don't speak up, who's gonna speak up for me?
A local mother wonders if she'll ever regain her trust in medical providers and facilities.
They not broke that trust, they shattered it.
Everything just became a nightmare, literally. It became a worst case to me.
As the victim of an alleged sex crime, we are protecting her identity. According to her lawsuit, as well as police records and criminal court records, she was sexually assaulted in February in an exam room at Oasis Medical Services on Cimarron in Charleston. She was sent there by Dr. Farouk Sheikh, who owns the clinic, after he treated her at Summerlin Hospital. Her first appointment at Oasis was on February 11th, where she was greeted by Edward Tionlock at the front desk.
What did you think his role was, or his title
I believed
was?
he was a nurse. He was like, we're gonna fix you here. We're gonna find out what's wrong with you. You're gonna be okay, all right? And that's how he was talking to me. So I felt comfortable with him because, again, I'm at a clinic, I'm at a specialist clinic where you would think I feel safe.
As she later told police and detailed in her lawsuit, Edward took her back to an exam room, took her vitals, and asked her if anything hurt.
And I was like, yeah, I feel like my ribs hurt when I would breathe. So this person, Edward, gets behind me and he doesn't tell me anything, first of all. He just gets behind me, he has no gloves, and he just lifts my shirt up and he goes under my bra,
groping her breasts, according to the arrest report.
He told me not to wear a bra.
And instructed her to lay down on the exam table.
So he lifts my pants with my underwear and he just checks and he tells me, everything looks great, but what looks great? I thought about that, but I never once questioned him.
She then saw the clinic's nurse practitioner, who ordered a urine test and told her results would take a few days. When she didn't hear anything, she called back the following week and says Edward answered the phone.
And he tells me, oh yeah, you know what? It looks like you still have an infection. And then he goes, you need to come in the office.
The police report details the clinic's hours, confirming she arrived to find Edward had made her appointment for before the clinic opened. No one else was there except Edward, who again took her back to an exam room and checked her vitals.
And he's like, we're gonna do a test on you. We're gonna do a swab.
Telling her to take her pants off while he briefly left the room.
He comes back out and I already had my pants down. And then he's like, I was like, where's the swab? Because he came in with no swab.
Records say instead, he put on gloves and examined her genitals with his fingers.
I was like, where's my results? And he's like, they're over there, but I don't know how to read them.
Although he indicated to you that he had read them over the phone to get you to come into the office?
Yeah, and that's when I got scared and I was like, where's the doctor?
The doctor wasn't due in until later.
He ran his hand through my thigh and while he was doing that, he's like, you're so beautiful. And he was like, I'm so attractive to you. He's like, we need to go on a date. And that's when I was just like, okay, this man is crazy. There's something wrong with him. And my whole body just went into shock because I was like, I'm alone in this office with this man.
She says she grabbed her purse, went out to the lobby to wait for the doctor, and began recording on her cell phone, wanting proof of Edward's behavior.
And then he proceeded to ask me like really disturbing things.
The lawsuit says he asked inappropriate questions about her family life and sexual activities. Here's one of the cell phone videos she provided to police.
Have you tried to release yourself, like, did you come or whatever? Some of my patients are doing that. So once they do it themselves and then they come, gives them, of course, it gives you the pleasure, right?
In another video, you can hear Edward hitting on her.
Can I save it and call you?
What?
Your number.
Oh, the one on the computer? Well, I told you I'm married.
I know.
I don't think you can do that. I'm still married. I have my husband.
I don't care.
We asked Edward about all of that during an interview at the Clark County Detention Center. He's been in jail for several months, awaiting trial in October on charges of felony sexual assault and open or gross lewdness. He has pleaded not guilty.
Did you ever touch her breasts?
Did you ever touch her genitals? Did you ever examine her with her pants down?
Because when the time I never did ask anything about her. I never said to take her pants off. I never said to take her dress off or nothing. She was we're trying to help.
We confronted him about the cell phone recordings.
I know it's recorded, ma'am, but it was a conversation outside of the examination room. It's
So if it happened in the lobby, it was okay for you to talk to a patient that way?
No, ma'am, because she was the one who started that conversation, not me. If I'm guilty about something, maybe I'm guilty about flirting, or maybe I'm guilty about falling into the bait, but that's it. But for the assault, for the crime, I didn't do anything.
Edward admits he has no medical license or certification, but says he does have experience working in hospitals. Nurse practitioner Jennifer Spinato, who declined comment for this story, told police she ran Oasis Medical Clinic for Dr. Sheikh. In the police report, Spinato says she hired a temp named Sasha a few months prior to work the front desk, checking patients in, scheduling appointments, and taking vitals. She told police that recently Sasha had a male named Edward filling in for her, and that the clinic would pay Sasha and Sasha would pay Edward. Spinato did not have much information on Sasha and Edward, but told police she believed the two were dating.
The allegations are that they didn't even know this gentleman's last name, who works at a clinic where women go in and get treated, that they never supervised him when he was with patients.
Al Lasso is the alleged victim's attorney.
And then we come to find out through testimony that they would pay another employee his hours, and that employee would then cash her check and give him the cash. So it was just it was malfeasance upon malfeasance.
Police records show Oasis fired Edward after the alleged victim reported what happened to Nurse Spinato. Spinato no longer works at Oasis. Dr. Sheikh still owns the clinic and did not respond to our calls or texts requesting comment. Both he and Oasis are named in the lawsuit for corporate failures, negligence, and creating a dangerous environment.
The Oasis Medical Center was to be a place of healing, and instead it turned into a place of trauma.
Darcy Spears.
I'm gonna speak up for me and for whoever else went through something in the office.
13 investigates.